All stories alleged. For gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Gossipers, so I just wanted to come back and finish the read on Shannon Sharpe. So I just did a 3 minute read because I realized when I do 3 minutes, the shorts, it gets more views. Not the likes, but it gets more views. So I want to continue the read and then I can give my opinion. But before we continue the read, Tony Busby. Now, this is the lawyer who filed complaints against Diddy, Jay-Z, etc., all these people. And time again, we're finding that these Jane Does or whomever he's representing, they're not always truthful or they're not vetted, right? To find out if it's true or not. And Tony Busby, he got into it with Jay-Z, and at every turn, Jay-Z won over Tony Busby. So for him to come and file against Shannon Sharpe, then he has to have something that is nail biting, right? Because for you to just come out and represent a Jane Doe, and you just went through all that with Jay-Z, being found that you're responsible for lying, basically, that the young lady that came forward on Jay-Z and Puffy, that most likely she's not being honest because, the dates and time that she gives, they weren't nowhere near the vicinity of that alleged assault. So for him to come out now and say, he has this against Shannon Sharpe, we're gonna have to listen because this is huge in the sense that, again, I don't see why Tony Busby went off on Jay-Z, didn't accomplish anything, only to do it again now to Shannon Sharpe without convincing evidence. So someone needs to get those court records and read exactly what's on there, and if there's evidence or receipts, whatever. That's something I would have to look into because, again, people, why would Busby put himself in that position again? And it will hurt his credibility because if it comes out where it's another Jay-Z hoax, allegedly, then who's going to want to work with Tony Busby? I'm like, whoa. When I heard Tony Busby's name, I'm like, this guy looked like he has something going on. So we're going to continue the TMZ read. So if you don't know, if you want to hear from the beginning, just go to the 3 minute short and you'll hear me start the article. But now we're going to go ahead and continue where I left off. It says, Doe claims there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while a firearm was visible in the room. Plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from her iPhone just in case, the docs state, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will effing kill you." The two, nevertheless, continued the relationship, even following a move by both to Nevada during the summer of 2024. However, Doe states in her suit she attempted to break things off after his infamous Instagram live streaming incident, which she said led him to R-ing her. So the incident she's talking about, it sounds like when he recorded himself allegedly having sex and he was calling out the name Michelle, I think it was. Now, some people are saying it was all a hoax. He was just pretending because there's a rumor that Shannon Sharpe is gay, right? Allegedly. And so people are saying he did that to prove his masculinity, that he's not gay, whatever. But now she is saying, it sounds like she's saying she was that girl. So let's read that again. However, Doe states in her suit She attempted to break things off after his infamous Instagram live streaming incident, which she which she which she said led to him R-ing her. So she could not be Michelle. Doe claimed in her suit the first instance happened in October of 2024 at her apartment. She said the 56-year-old pro Hall of Famer forced himself on her while she was crying and sobbing. The second incident the suit alleges happened a few weeks later in January 2025. Doe claims Sharpe came over to her house with promises of delivering a Christmas and birthday gift to her, but instead violently SA'd her once more. She's suing for over $50 million. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those power, fame, and money, Busby said in a statement after filing the suit on Doe's behalf. I look forward to pressing this case in court. We've reached out to Sharpe for comment in the case, but so far no word back. Now, people, why isn't she pressing charges? If she's suing for $50 million, this sounds like a civil suit for her to get money. But these incidents are not even a year old, not even 6 months old. So why doesn't she file criminal charges to have him arrested, not to get $50 million? Somebody, make it make sense to me. Jot your thoughts in the comments section. Again, why is she suing for $50 million and not having him arrested for these incidents? Again, 2024 October and January of 2025. So that's October, November. So this is all in a 3-month span, right? And it sounds like it happened 2 or 3 times. So this is not over the limitation, this, that. She can go and report Shannon right now and have him charged. Let him go to court. Let the juror determine his fate, if that's the case, instead of suing for $50 million. Am I reading everything correctly? Am I saying everything correctly? Gossipers, let me know your thoughts. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about this because this is very interesting. Busby, want to go again for another loss? All on allegations and no proof? Or does he have proof? This time, I should say. Okay, gossipers, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching, listening. Please like, share, subscribe. It's very important you do that to keep our channel growing. Thank you, gossipers.